We were lucky enough to head to Wembley Stadium in London for We Day UK, one of the biggest charity events of the entire year. We Day brings children together from all walks of life to promote empowerment and inspiration, as well as celebrating incredible success stories. We Day is an inspirational event like no other. It allows like-minded individuals to connect and encourage each other to fulfill their dreams of helping those around them. It celebrates remarkable stories of people leading change and provides young people the inspiration they need to join the We Day movement. And on the red carpet, Sam Branson kicked things off by telling us why he backs the foundation.
I think Mark and Craig are just the most inspiring people I've ever met. I think they're the sort of people that when you meet you want to do good in the world. I think they have created something really special that's having a really big impact.
And obviously it's about empowering and inspiring children. I mean, what was it like growing up with Richard as a dad? I mean, I can't imagine how inspirational he was.
Yeah, he's the most amazing father, and I've always been amazed how much time he spent with Holly and I, considering how busy he's been. I think he's worked since he was 16, so work and life is all one thing for him, and he's been a fun dad who's pushed us to step us outside our comfort zones and try and achieve things. And I think, he's inspired us just like these amazing speakers today will be inspiring these young children. So.
Was there ever a piece of advice that he gave you that really resonated and stuck with you throughout the years?
Many things. I suppose it's not something he specifically said, but he's got a real zest for life, and he says, you only have one life, so make the most of it, and don't sit around doing nothing, and try and fill your time with things that, challenge you and make you feel excited. So. And
Virgin, the whole ethos is about pushing boundaries, so I have to ask about Virgin Galactic. Obviously it launched back in February, the new spaceship. Can you tell us what's going on there at the moment and the plans for 2016 and beyond?
It's very, very, very exciting. I just went to the launch a couple of weeks ago, and my daughter christened the new spaceship.
I saw the photo.
Yeah. So that was a very, very surreal day, and it just made me very excited to think what the space, the world of space will be giving her generation, which is my age. So I think there are endless possibilities. I don't think we can probably fathom what's going to be happening in 30 years' time from now, but it's very exciting.
Talking of space, the next person we spoke to was Professor Brian Cox. The English physicist and TV star took to the stage at the event, and he went about things a little differently.
Because it's about changing the world, I thought I would give a perspective on our world relative to the rest of the universe. So I'm going to say, how big or tiny is our planet relative to the rest of the universe, and what is the value of our planet? And the best piece of writing I've ever seen about the value of our planet is Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot. So I thought I would read a little bit from it.
Today is all about empowering and inspiring children as they grow up. What was your inspiration when you were growing up?
Well, it came from astronomy, actually. It came from the Apollo moon landings, and then, as I said, I'm going to read from Carl Sagan today. Carl Sagan put our place in the universe in perspective and told us why we should value ourselves even though we are physically insignificant.
And obviously, particularly in the UK, but all across the world at the moment, there's a massive push on getting children involved in mathematics, sciences earlier on. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's the sensible answer is it's vital for the economy, but I think there's a better answer than that, which I think finding out about how nature works and our place in the universe is just inspiring and basically fun. So it's fun to learn about science.
And I mean, in terms of astronomy, final question. You're always on the cutting edge of the brand new news and what's breaking. What can we expect to see in 2016 in the next few years? Obviously, Sam's just spoke about spacecrafts and going into space for holidays. I mean, what's your opinion? What new trends are we going to see?
Well, Sam's right. So we're going to see people like us in decades being able to go into space, see the Earth from space. The great discovery of the last few weeks and months is gravitational waves. Complicated idea, but it's a completely new way of looking at the universe and should allow us to look back at the Big Bang, the moment of creation itself. So that's a tremendous discovery.
Absolutely. I read a piece where he said it backed up Einstein's theories and it was a brilliant discovery. And final question, will there be space hotels? Is that something we can actually look forward to in our lifetime? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw, Sam, Virgin Galactic's going to start taking people into space. The next step from there is not to bring them back again immediately, but let them sit there in orbit around the Earth. So it will happen.
Next up was pop star Fleur East. She found fame on The X Factor and has gone from strength to strength since her debut single Sax. She told us why she wanted to back We Day.
I think it's just such an amazing cause. I mean, the fact that they're getting young children involved in local and global organisations is amazing. I didn't have anything like that while I was at school. I'm actually quite jealous. of all the kids that get to come to an event like this. And my first concert was when I was like 21 because I didn't even get the chance to see anything. So this is amazing.
And I mean, off the back of the success of Sax, what are you getting up to at the moment? What are the plans for 2016?
Yeah, it's really exciting. The reaction's been really positive and there's been a lot of support from people. I mean, even coming here today is amazing, seeing the reaction. But now I'm just hoping to get more of my music out there because my album's out and I think people are still getting to know it, so I need to get more of my songs out there.
And there's been a lot of talk in the press about you already breaking America and you've already got your image sussed. And
there's so much pressure.
yeah, no pressure out.
yeah. I mean, obviously that would be amazing, but I think I've got a lot of work to do here first, and I'm a London girl, and I'd love to just kind of get the support at home first.
Now, you've probably wondered how We Day came about. Well, co-founder Craig told us how he was just 12 years old when his dreams of helping children across the world started to become a reality.
When I was 12 years old, so now 20 years ago, I read a story about a child slave who was killed for speaking out. He was 12 when he was killed, I was 12 at the time, and that made me so angry. I got a group of friends, and together we started Free the Children, and We Day grew out of that because we wanted to inspire the next 12-year-old, the next 15-year-old, the next kid who has a cause and wants to take action. So this is about celebrating the incredible service of amazing young leaders.
And since the charity launched, is there an individual, child or adult that you've met that their story has really stuck with you and changed your outlook on life?
Countless. The charity over the years, we've built over 1,000 schools around the world, 200,000 kids going through those schools, 1 million people with clean water and health. Here in the UK, 150,000 youth serving and volunteering. Every young person. Haman is a young girl who's 11 years old, who's here in the UK, Hanan Ahmed, and she earned her way to We Day today by being a special agent. And that's actually a term in her school where you get special agent points by doing service projects to help lift the school spirit from helping new immigrants in their school community to cleaning up parks at the age of 11. So she'll be one of the young people we celebrate today.
I mean, is there a piece of advice that you were given when you were that age, or is there something that someone you wish had said to you and you could tell yourself at that age, just to go for it and not be scared perhaps, but
Yeah, it's that we all have a gift to share with this world, and so often I think young people struggle to say, what can I do? But whether it be sporting events to raise funds, or humor and laughter, whether it be welcoming new members to your school community, doing volunteer work locally or globally, everyone has a gift to share. And with that message, we hope people will be inspired to define their gifts.
And finally, Labrinth provided a huge finale as he performed an extended version of Earthquake. He stopped by on the red carpet to tell us why there was no way he was missing the event.
Giving back is like a very important thing, and most artists, it's best to kind of keep that in mind, to remember that that's important. So I wanted to be here and make sure every kid that's done something amazing around the world knows that they're special and that we're here for them,
Remember, if you want to get involved with We Day, just head online to www.weday.com.